Good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Time for some more Final Fantasy. Hey, Lullaby, how you doing? Ah, right. Onda desu ka? Who Abmel? Who is this? Emal? Mel? Asmel? La pa pa ra pa pa. Someone send us some garbage. Was ist das? Was ist dies? Whatever. Who have Mel? Where is Mel? Mughal? Ah, man. There's no Mughal in the housing estate? Or am I just blind and I can't find one? Mughal? Mughal? Can you get like a Mughal thing for your room? Have a look. I'm not in a free company. I don't got one. Mughal letterbox. Aha! Can I put this in my room or is it for outdoors only? Mughal delivery service at your own front gate outdoor. Damn it! Fine, I'll just have to go to one of the city states. Boo! Da da da. Da 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 da. You soon enjoying these VR? Get him that Beat Saber. Everyone seems to play that. I've not played it myself, but the environment here. It's loud. Mughal mail. Where the hell's the Mughal in Limsa? I should just went to Uldar. I know where that one is. Ah. There it is. Miles away. Why does this city ambience always sound the loudest? Any other city you go to and it's not this loud. Ah, that's better. This is noisy. Salad day to day. Always like to have a salad once a week. Used to hate salads when I was a kid. Now I love them. There he is. Hey, Moogle. Hey, it took a million years to get you. It should be like Final 11 where the Moogle was in your room. Thanks. 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 Nice. Fucking came all this way for a fish. Thanks. Yeah. For some reason that game, I tried to play the VR and it made me feel very sick. Depends on the game. Like I can play Resident Evil 7, Half-Life Alyx, and loads of other VR games with no issue. But that game, for some reason, I think the problem was though at the time I was sitting down. I seem to be less prone to feeling sick if I stand up. Right, anyway. Don't need to be here. Came all this way for Newt. Back to the game. Yes, me little VTube chippies coming along nicely. Still not happy with the hair on that though, because it's literally just me. I've literally just started off with like a base, like I got a dark brown and then just like did that. And then I changed to like black and I just started like penning lines all over it to make it look like hair as best as I could. But I want to do more to make it look better. Rather than it just being... Because all it is literally just a flat bit, whereas you can actually get hair that sticks out, but since my hair's skinhead, is it worth it? Getting there. Again, I'm not going overboard with mine and making us all weeby looking. I want it to just look like me. Da, 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 da. Morn in passing. Shall we be on our way to Annex Train then? I would not have the dragons think that that we've forgotten our bargain. Yeah, it seems like that pretzel rock is the more common used service. You can use it for free. You install like a software on your computer that's like Spotify. And from the looks of it, all you have to do is set up a command with your bot in your channel, like MooBots or Nightbot or whatever you use, so that when the songs play, it'll see in chat what song's playing with a link to that track. But that's where I got stumped, because I couldn't figure out how to set it up with MooBot. That's why it took us a bit longer to start streaming, even though I said I was going to start at 12. I was sitting trying to figure that crap out. In the end, I gave up. I'll figure it out later. Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived content with the naff? Nay, my friends, we return in triumph. By Jasix's hand was the beastman god Lord Ravana laid low. His overconfidence, the primal swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then. How didst thou content with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Now, I've booted up the software. Yeah, you have to set it up through Streamlabs. You either have to set it up through Streamlabs' bot, which I tried doing, didn't work, or you have to set it up through MooBot or whatever bot you use. I tried it with MooBot and Streamlabs bot, and I couldn't get either to work. So I just gave up. I'll carry on messing with it later. Their instructions aren't very clear. If you look in the viewer list now, Streamlabs is sitting there, but yeah, I set up the command and it just wasn't working. Attend me, mortals. Bear you unto the deepest reaches of morn, and there you shall find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent, the summit of Sam-Al. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidnofnir. Memory serves, the Cavern of Morn is entered from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. Climb. Meow. Doodly-doodly-doo. So was the right way, wasn't it, up here? Like... Da, da, da. Or am I wrong here? Is there not an entrance up here, or... I thought you go up to the second floor in the tower and then it comes out onto this pathway. And you follow the path. It's been a while since I've been on this map. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Now you do enter from the tower. Path just leads to a dead end. There we are, man. I went too far up. This one. Yeah, but do. What's Lullaby up to today? Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to some Arl's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place of both resting place both. Were you the minions of Nidhogg during your ascent, but 'tis certain they shall take great offence at your intrusion. We are grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidnofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Stinian. The way is open. Let us not tarry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing that the danger that awaits us? Tearman herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are come to parley a peace? Let us be clear, heretic. It was to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture. It is for their sake that I go now to speak with Hraesvelgar. But I said nothing of Teoman. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. That is my duty as a Azure Dragoon. You're beyond redemption. We'll accomplish nothing by bickering. We are to meet with Hraesvelgar. Our path leads up the mountain. We shall defend ourselves if attacked, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Craft streams? As in arts and craft? What are you going to make? I usually pop in your channel from time. Every now and then, but I'm usually just lurking because I'm usually doing other stuff. Crochet. Okay. Crochet. Crochet. I'm having a brain fart. Yeah. Oh, knitting. It said knitting, I would have been like, alright. Are you going to make like little figurines and things like that? It's the same thing, you get a knit needle and you knit. A process of creating textiles by using a crochet hook to interlock loops of yarn, thread, or strands of other materials. Yeah, so it's like used to make little stuffed animals and things like that. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Use duty finder to enter summer. Oh, that Ravana fight was a little iffy there. He started taking a chunk out of my health. Some of them are starting to become a bit challenging. Eventually going to get to a point where I'm going to have to play with other people. Or just put some time aside and level the jobs to 80. You design your own patterns. That I need to do. What was some sort of self-employment? Not gonna lie, I don't like what they've done with the fucking Rook. Fair enough, they got rid of the Queen or whatever it was, the one that used to like buff healing and MP and that to anyone within its area. But I don't like that now that's timed. Like, I like it when you just brought it out and it would just stay there until it, like, lost its health. Now it lasts, like, 2 seconds on this stupid battery thing. Nah, I mean, even now it doesn't really do that much damage. Even then it didn't. It was just like a little bit of extra damage to your DPS. But yeah. It's the same with that queen. The queen, from what I've seen, is temporary as well. Like, it'll come out, and as soon as that's gone, it disappears. I hate the targeting to this game. Target the closest thing, please. There's probably a setting to change it. So I can have it prioritize things that are closer to us. Also, the detonate thing, that used to be automated. Now, if you don't remember to press that button, it doesn't detonate from at least that's what it seems like anyway. It used to be that you'd tag it on them, and it would automatically count down. And then after 10 seconds, depending on how much damage you did to it, it would do it automatically. But now it seems like you have to press that detonate within 10 seconds or it just disappears. Wildfire. Like, you tag that on an enemy, and it puts a counter on them. But it seems now, like, once you put that on, it'll change from wildfire to detonate. And if you don't hit that detonate button, I mean, I could be wrong, but that's how it looks. But most things are dying very quickly for us to get a good look. But yeah, normally it would just automatically detonate on its own. But now it looks like you have to do it yourself. I could be wrong. It just seems that way. But yeah, you never had to press the detonate button. It originally used to just do it itself automatically. You doing? Yeah, I'm gonna try it on the next enemy. Out of curiosity. Might just be me. Right, so wait, I'm killing it though. That's the thing. Come on, Scrub Lord. scrap! I don't know why I'm picking these up. Garbage. Da, 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 do, 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 do. Da, 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 da. It burns! GG. Garbage. Ooh, actually, I did die. I'll sell that. It's worth an out though. Da, 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 da. Bomb, 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 bomb. Nice and quick. That was easy. I had more than one Fantasia. I've just like, because I've usually got them with the collector's editions and things like that, I remember. Somewhere anyway. I had more than one. Eh. Precipice. Second crystal restored. How's the air volume, by the way, guys? Everything all right? Jasix? Don't mind, don't mind. Thanks for the fish, Quantum. You fucking dick. Seemed Tio Man was the last. So I was like rushing around thinking, someone sent us something. I was like, I bet it's crap though. And I teleported to the house in the state and I was like, there's no Moogle here that I can access. So I had to go to Limsa. I was running around Limsa again. Where's the damn fucking Moogle? Eventually found it. And you sent as a fish. Seemed that Tio Man was the last. Said there's no other dragons nearby. What is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. Knows we are here then? His fury bleeds through the eye. Fear not. I am yet my own master. Damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come. Heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies beyond us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Or Saint Shiva, when will it end? Never!
To the peak of Som Al, at the end of a perilous mountain path, whence could be seen a string of pearl-like islands floating impossibly atop a sea of clouds. To a domain where dragons and men had once lived in harmony, whose majesty no mortal eye had glimpsed for nigh on 1,000 years.
They came.
They came.
They went. They saw the Kongad. The Chin Mists. Love this area. I hate the Moogles. Thank God I don't have to do all their side quests, because holy crap, there was a lot. Didn't take us too long to get through the last area, so hopefully it'll be the same. I'm talking to this chocobo's ass. We have reached it. At last. The peak of Som Al. Said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea, you know. I thought it called and coerced us, but the air here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Beyond the clouds. Now that we have scaled the mountain, there remains the problem of finding Hraesvelgar himself. What do you decree? What manner of creature is that? Jasix, do my eyes deceive me, or was that a Moogle? Nod. It's my understanding that they only dwelled within the Twelveswood. Certainly never expected to see one in the churning mists. The Moogle does live here, however. He may know where Hraesvelgar makes his lair. Quickly now, before we lose the creature completely. You get used to it. I say you get used to it. I've never done it. You've just got to get used to the party list. Are you using tab to cycle through your party members? There's another method to do it, as far as I'm aware, which lets you cycle through the list from top to bottom in your party list, rather than like tabbing through your party members. I think there is anyway. You can set up different targeting methods in the options to make things easier. And obviously just remember not to burn through all your mana. Prioritize your healing over attacking. Ah, he's gone. Jasix, we must widen our search. There's also the novice hall as well. If you're stuck for like that sort of stuff, I'm not sure how in depth it is, but there's the novice hall somewhere in one of these settings. Duty, yeah, Hall of the Novice. If you press on that when you're on your healer, I think there's like a tutorial it'll run you through, but again, I don't know how in depth it goes. But as well as that, like I said, there's also a target. You can change like the different target settings and how it cycles through players and party members. You can also have it filter to not target certain things. Like I say, I've got it unchecked so it'll not target my minion alliance members, non-party PCs, things like that. You can change that so it purely only targets your party members and things like that. But yeah, when you're in a party and you've got your party list of your members there, there's buttons you can press to target them immediately. But again, you'd have to check because I'm not 100% sure myself. Hush me, hush me, hush me. Oh, it's a bit chilly in here now. I left my door open. I got my window open and the fan on with the door open. It pushes the cool air through. Hey, what's the crack, Jack? Yeah, like I said, as long as you figure out the party rotation thing, I'm sure there's like numpad 1 through there's some sort of key press that cycles through the party members one by one. So say your 4th party member needs a heal, there's usually a button to quickly target the 4th party member. There's some sort of setup, but again, couldn't tell you myself because I've not done it. I just know there is. Sure there is. Quantum needs help. I'll have to drop out of New Game Plus. 1 second. Invite blocks. Oh, you're not logged in? God damn it. I'll let me know when you're in and you want help. Nearby air appears warped. You sense that concealing magics are at work. Any? Why didn't it search on that one? Aetheric disturbance. I've heard tales of these Mughals. This is the first time I've ever laid eyes on one. They're rather adorable, aren't they? What? Why do you stare at me so? Can I not find a creature adorable? Heart is not truly made of ice. Ooh, she's in a huff. I see no evidence of this Moogle of yours. Are you certain it wasn't a trick of the light? Mayhap it was simply one of these strange plants shifting in a breeze. There's no sign of a Moogle in the area. Sure, I glimpsed the Moogle fleeing in this direction. Would he be concealing himself with magic? Mountaintop diplomacy. Found it. Could we but enlist the ear of one of the local Mughals, I'm certain Hrisvelgar would not elude us for long. Though the eye enables me to sense the presence of dragons, I can only identify Nidhogg's with any certainty. We could wander the mists for days and not know if we were any closer to his brood brother. And those are days we cannot well afford to squander. Shall we divide our forces then? Lady Azili, might I ask that you question any dragons whom you judge it's safe to approach? Well, I've gotten my labels from Sony. Came in the post today. Problem. Nowhere in this does it say, oh, by the way, this postage label is for your console. And this postage label is for your controller. Two separate postage labels, each with different references. So I've got to phone Sony for like the 6 millionth time now for them to clarify. And the same with the email that they sent us. In the email it gives us a reference. But it doesn't say what that reference is for. It doesn't say it, because the guy said he had to raise two separate case incidences. One for the console, one for the controller. I've gotten one instance. He never sent us a second one, and the one instance that he did raise doesn't say whether it's for the console or the controller. So yeah, I ain't just going to randomly stick my console in a box and send it away with the wrong postage label. That, and I'm going to make sure that when I do send it back, I'm going to put a note in the box saying what I have already tried. As I guarantee the guy who logged the instance probably hasn't took note of any of that. And every other single person that I've spoke to also doesn't seem to do it. Sony's customer service is garbage. I shall try, yet I fear the influence of Nidhogg's rage will render most of the Dravanians in the area deaf to reason. And what of you, Master Alphino? I've not given up on the Mughals. Jasix, come with me to Gridania. I mean to petition the aid of the Mughals' kin in the Twelveswood. After that business with Mughal Mog, I dare say they will be glad to help us. Assuming you have no need of me, I shall remain here. Nidhogg senses both the loss of his consort and the coming of the Eye, and his attention is firmly fixed in this direction. I mean to do what I can to hold his gaze, in the hope that it might delay any action against Ishgard. Thank you, Estinian. Come then, Jasix. Let us make haste for Gridania and rendezvous with Nofaga's altar. Ah, I neglected to tell you. There's an aetheryte of ancient construction here which should make the return journey rather less arduous. Pray, do not forget to use it. What's the date of that Final Fantasy 14 event? The Fan Fest? Sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania. I am pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. Anyone can help us contact the Twelveswood Mughals. It is she. We're expected in the Lotus Stand. I trust you are familiar with the conjurer stationed at its entrance. The other seeds say our way to. Pray, follow me. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Couldn't be asked to voice her, could they? The voice Merlevib. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but it is no less a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. We humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we had come to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle, yes, dictate our coming and goings. Elder Seedseer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragon Song War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these Mughals of the Churning Mists. Koopa, I say Koopo. And Noah's, stop mention. Greetings, Koopo Club. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by this sudden urge to bring you some fruit. I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these Mughals in the sky. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a Mughal high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin in the Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray, correct me if I'm mistaken, Kupro, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of Mughals who dwelled beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupro. Long, long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestor served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. So King Moogle made a big long rope, they all climbed down it, but King Moogle had to stay behind, blah blah blah. Ah yes, the tale of good King Moogle Mog the 12th. He's revered for holding fast to a rope of a miraculous length that his subject might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of the tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. Given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphino, such stories oft contain a measure of truth. It is like that the Mughals of the Churning Mist tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing second nature to us. We often hide when the large races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one Moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to Cloud Top. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us then? Just you try and stop me. I'll admit the thought of venturing outside the Twelveswood's a bit unsettling. I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. Nanny the fuck? My lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honored by your presence. Isn't this like an escort mission where I have to like slowly go through the zones with them? So I remember stopping at certain points and they were like, "Oh wow, look at us up in the clouds!" Ooh. Pray, return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Somal. It being a path I've already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties besides. We shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Never mind. Maybe I was wrong. Might have been a side mission. Tried to remember escorting a Moogle. I know one of the side missions you would escort a Vath around because he wanted to be an adventurer. Can't remember. I finished that. I think I finished that quest line. Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg has not stirred, but he watches us unblinking. The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call. There is naught to do but wait. They are here, Jasix. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful. Devoid as the road was of Dravanians, it seemed the dragons have abandoned some all for the churning mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinian, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. 'Tis an honour to meet you, Sir Estinian. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The Mughals are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. I think this part's voiced. Maybe. This should serve. They're hiding, of course. There are so many of them. I am Khan-e Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelves Wood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. What a shit offering. Here's some light and some wind. Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings. I'm Kuplo Klop. Hop. Ambassador of the 12 Wood Moogles. Moogle from the world below. Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here in nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them for their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matters which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great worm Hraesvelgar. They might negotiate an end to war twixt man and dragon. An end to war, you see? I trust you, Khan-e Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. I wonder who. Maybe this guy here? These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgar, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice to say, we are worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, chieftain. Jasix here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. Damn right! He is a champion of the 12 Wood Moogles, and I'll not hear his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador. Let's not ruffle each other's fur. Shall of course take your testimony into consideration. If I may, chieftain, there is little room but trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? And an excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Mogholm. Prove yourself worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupor. If I remember, one of them's gone missing. I can't remember if that was a side quest though, or part of the main. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? Must be terribly disconcerting. What was it Kuplokop called you again? Jasix? Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice Moogle name? Moglin is taken, by the way. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. These being the names of the 3 wise Moogles whom will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of the Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. Any Moghan's trial. How far through am I? Moghan's trial. I think I'm getting close to the end of part 1. Wish Nintendo would stop emailing saying, your basket's ready when you are. I removed it. I'm not buying it. I've ordered it somewhere else. Where are we? New Game Plus. What's the final mission of part 1? Heart of Ice. Yeah. So, I'm not too far from the end of part 1. The 3 trials. Moglin's Judgment, leaving Mogholm, the road to Zenith, waiting for the wind to change, and Heart of Ice. So, should be done with part 1 by the end of today. Hello, yes, I am Moghan. Almost alchemist in Mogholm, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I've a potion to fix that. Or I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes. Pour forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 springs of cloud breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Ael Tom. Ael Tom? It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupor. You cop. Yeah, progress is so much quicker when you're on New Game Plus mode, because obviously you can fly right off the bat. Normally I'd have to run all the way around and navigate all the terrain, but thankfully I don't have to on New Game Plus, since I've already done all this before. What makes these quests pretty quick. Got him. Da-da. Da-da-da-da. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Lack of imagination has led to most white flowers found growing in the sky-bound regions of Durania and Albanthia to be named after clouds. This light, petaled specimen being no exception. Ah yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my pom tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your pom losing its bounce, then I'm your Moogle, Kupo. I'm just a skivvy for these people. Mogwin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Mogholm who can match my talent with a brush, Cooper. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has determined that I test your trustworthiness. But, as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was an ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts on the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colour and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every Moogle in Mogholm. Oh, you seen painting? Blah, 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 don't care. Hey, you seen painting? Nah? Okay, bye. I remember, it's up top. I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Mogwin's been creeping out the back way to some Arl Summit from time to time. Are you happy left it there? That's all I needed. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. Second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes it. Swipes the stone for himself. Yeah, I remember this being up top. Do you have it, Kupo? My masterpiece safe? An ordinary rock awash with extraordinary colour. What that colour represents, however, you cannot discern from any angle. You just got a rock and just went... Art! Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Zenith, you see. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know, I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being adorable. I barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. That's probably what they wanted to do, mate. Moogle munch. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Newton. Find these ardent archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack to the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Probably not. It was good. Getting near the end of part 1 of the first expansion. I kind of like doing what I've been doing. Like what I did yesterday, where I streamed early and then stopped later in the evening and then I just chill. It gives us time to sort other stuff out. And usually by that time, Koos is on and doing his thing, so it avoids we're splitting the peeps. Though I didn't start until a bit late today, so I've been busy. Busy. You are able to humble my Dravanian devotees. Wonderful. You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanian and their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. You've completed trials of trustworthiness. You doing some working out? I need to do that. Oh yeah, you're playing that Ring Fit, aren't you? Moglin's Judgment. Jasix, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by the taskmasters Moghan, Mogmug, and Mogwin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct as well as that of your companions. I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Those trials over then. My tasks have been a little more than household chores. Or a little more than. our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like pack chocobos, I shall demand compensation in coupon notes out of principle. I hope it will not come to that. Let's hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? Standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Mughulmog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. With every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager I am to hear what the chieftain has to say. We've become such friends, Kupo. My Mughal cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Mugging has finally come to a decision, he has. Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. What sorcery is this, that my heart should stir at mere fluffiness? Jasix, I was... no matter. What is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision? Well, let us not keep him waiting then. She likes the fluffy. Huh? That was my Jasix impression. What? Nanny? Stop. Stop, Ronald Weasley. Oh, stop. I'll go your trials, warrior of light. I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Dravanians? Such contradictions aside, the horse seems entranced by the height of my leap. He compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Mughal warrior of Eld, who also favoured such attacks. Reference. Was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a caracol lamb, much less a dragoon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Jasix. I like not this place. Ooh, Mr. Grumpy. There was a quickly munch on these. Good peckish. Take us 2 minutes. What's everyone else up to? I say, just bear with us. I'm just quickly munching these crisps. That's 2 seconds. Right. Moving on. Never have I seen such determined work, Cooper. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and nagging errands. And have our labours proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgar could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all the tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Cooper? Your arg. Oh dear, the horn. Bring out the horn, quick, quick now. We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the Great Worm, Cooper. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late, and I think Morgan may have sat on it. So we needed some time for it, for cleaning and polishing and straightening. No lasting harm done, though. Now you need simply head to Zenith, the worm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn one good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have a chance to plead our case to Hraesvelgar. Very possibly, yes. I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Cooper. The old worm isn't terribly fond of, A concern is appreciated. I'm quite certain Hraesvelgar will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair. Come, we have squandered enough time already. Nobody likes you, Westinian. Not yet, anyway. Chieftain Moglin, We thank you for your gracious hospitality, but we must soon take our leave. I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kupo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Mogholm your home amongst the clouds. Bye-bye. Yeah, I got one left. These Mawam koala sticks. Very nice. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaning, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now that all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, Kupo. Okay, that took forever. I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphinaud's looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Okay. To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith. I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? I wanna. I got no choice in the matter. Greetings! Alphinaud, Jasix, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these Mughals might never have been revealed to us. It's we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would have never chosen to reveal themselves at all. It was your presence, Kupo Kop, that ultimately won their trust. Must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, but we're exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends, and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmuggles back home. And it is to our home that we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Praise Felgar waits. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Warrior of light, pray attend closely to your companions. Sir Estinian, beneath that stalker facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. He's a madman, I tell you, a madman. And I'm out. Thank God I've already done all the side quests here. Like I said, of this expansion, I'm sure this area had the most of side quests. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. The road to Zenith. As Chieftain Muglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgar's attention. I'll come along and show you the way to Zenith. It's the big place where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Ashar. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing, Kupo. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Sorry, dragons, but you brought it on yourself. Blasting through this area. Done. Things were a bit bitey there for a while, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragons so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Waiting for the wind to change. I'm going to be done with part 1 very soon. Blasting through it. It's actually not going to take us too long to get through the base game. Part 1 and 2, I'm guessing, will cover the base game. Which, without the side quests, it's pretty short. And again, because obviously I'm just decimating everything in my path. But for players that don't bother with side quests and that, yeah, you'd blast through the campaign. Where am I? Waiting for the winds to change. Where is it? There. Yeah, next quest is the last of part 1. May have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgar invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt he'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Do do do. This should do nicely, Kupo. Winds will likely have died down by tomorrow. Until then, might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. Mayhap a brief respite from hardship on the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then. I believe a campfire is in order. Leaving the gathering of fuel to me, I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Querthas. Clear our minds. Is Master Alphador's who needs clearing. Thought of meeting the great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if the runes were not crawling with deadly beasts? Follow him, Jasix, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. It's a hot tap prison. You don't change a hot tap prison. Nice and quick it was. Nice. See, I was right to worry about the boy's safety. Once Alphanor's returned with the wood, we could see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looked like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Few things compared to the simple pleasures of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently, you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came with kindling and a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal the Azali with a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary. Alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers, how ignorant of mine own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is that they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgar that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehood that which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny, but I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous or perpetuating a needless war. This journey has taught me anything. It is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphinaud. At your age, I was but a fool swinging a spear with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have laboured. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my father, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began. We do not put an end to this conflict now, and say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls such as mine. My hands reside the power to vanquish a great worm. Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power. I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Stinian, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgar of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answer on the morrow. Let us sleep now, and face our fate with the rising of the sun. And I shall be back in a second. Gonna quickly go grab some shit. Delivery? Junk food acquired. Right. Let's finish this part of Heavenward. Heart of Ice. The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kubo. Do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgar back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot of that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now. It's all the same to you. Good luck. It was nice knowing you. Woo! Away. Toot toot. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I remember this part. I remember what happened, yeah. Toot toot. Da 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 da.
This Lucy Anwar.
Da 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 da.
Hraesvelgar.
S in M-R. Waymorn M-E-R. Score.
By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Hraesvelgar, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth. The truth about your past. About Shiva. But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me.
Enya. Lis umways. Anheshi esk in. En eski anshis li eski.
I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn.
Anga. Esk lai for ul. Ineshi lai. Kanokish esole. Non shin esh olin. Inesh in el duolin. I'm for is el ni an il ankin. Lis nesk nedi dranan. Eskian unkin nesh. Ikin monesh el.
What about Bahamut? In an age long past, mine own kin were guilty of like folly. Beguiled by the Dark One's lies, they attempted to resurrect a king amongst worms. Yet the divinity they called forth merely borrowed the semblance of my fallen brood brother. Bahamut.
Esk esh et ol. Esk esh il easy lis nice.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Tene. Esh edi in esk in. Non esi so mi shisi shi.
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelger, Izel's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
Ten i el garin. Kako eson in. Shusk star ishiste. Stos in. N asai inus.
Story time!
Teto hamafo. Esk ein isor ul an. Dran il ul esk afashi.
Good job. This isn't the vocal one.
Fia ein kinu. Losken stari strari dran. Lar hesne schnell. Sai el if in erned. Or ratatoska. Stray ul mornin.
Obviously, I'm not reading his parts because it's voiced. Thornton and the 12 Knights killed his sister, gouged out her eyes, and ate them. The dragon's strength comes from the eyes. It gives them long life and power. And Thornton and his 12 partook of that power. That's how the Big Dragon War began. Da 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 da. Love this music. Thus how the war began. Nidhogg tried to get vengeance, but the knights in Thornton wounded him and forced him to flee. His battle for vengeance has gone on for centuries. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da.
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Now he's talking about the heretics. The ones that are deemed heretics.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
then the seed lies within us.
Is Ros Esh Idran, Oloson Inizek, non nish I esk diedran en, wa ulwa, skola es, alakin el andranken, mondo.
Whenever their kind drink of dragon blood, they too turn into dragons. As they bear the genes of dragons.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment.
Nope, they're literally becoming dragons.
But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain!
War Ulmon Alaan as Drao.
Now he's having digs at him.
Kawol Smaim, Korsu Thrahal Seskmoni, Se'an Inkinizek.
Basically saying he might fight on, but eventually he'll grow old and die, whereas Nidhogg will stay and carry on to torment his offspring.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance. An eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
In Ice in Draho, Ale Ilia in.
I have not come this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Ja an, lis as an in la tu ole ul in an hers isu. Mik du set in sori, nosta no lis as dui forfa in.
He's now comparing their lifespans, basically, mortal to humankind. The deeds of the dragons don't seem like they seem not as long, whereas to them they live a lot longer, so the deeds still remain with them. Whereas they'll die and their offspring will take up the mantle. Whereas them, they just keep going and going as they rise, and that give them long life.
Ka, an isi a ultran as nisek for, an lai as nesh I an iratatoska.
They say Nidhogg's been driven mad by this vengeance that he's been doling out to the Ishgardians.
En sith son ishi eskfa ulgar los Snusk for an, non an lis I an, skål ilens an, skål.
And he's had enough. Felgar was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongue. 'Tis but a pity that I mistaked what he said. 'Tis but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. Far from mitigating this humiliation, hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. And that's the end of part 1. Da, 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 da. Now I'm going to take a break and get some food. And maybe be back a bit later, maybe. Again, like I said, I kind of like doing what I've been doing. Obviously, I've only been live 2.5 hours today. Normally, I'm on earlier, but I've been busy today. So I might be back later, I might not be. As long as you're following, you'll know when I'm back. If you follow here on Twitch, or if you scroll down to my Twitter page, I always tweet out when I'm live. I'm going to take a break, get some food, catch up on some shows. And yeah, like I said, normally when my sleeping's not a mess, I normally stream early, and I stream a lot longer than this, but I've been busy in the morning taking care of more important things, basically. Life finds a way. But yeah, take a break, get some food. If you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that follow button's always appreciated. If you scroll down and find a link to my Twitter and YouTube channel, all VODs for Final 14 and the past year's worth of games you can find over there. Everything prior to that, all the way back to 2009. Unfortunately, I had to delete from Twitch because of stupid DMCA. Even though most of my videos were fine, but I just didn't want to risk it because Twitch wouldn't give me enough time to export everything. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to check out Lullaby if people want to if she wants to post a link to our channel. She's one of my mods. She streams as well. She's currently playing My Time at Portia. It's sort of like a 3D Stardew Valley game, like a farming game. Also, check out Koos, the guy that I do multiplayer games with. He's currently doing Persona Strikers. He normally starts streaming in about 2-3 hours from now, depending on how long it takes him to pull his thumb out when he gets home. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night. I should just make another squad and add me, Lullaby, and Kusto, and whoever, Newton, and whoever else streams. I used to have a squad, but like a team, but it was a bit shit. It was called The Game Tricks. But I got rid of it. I'll probably make another one at some point. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. If I'm back, I'll be back roughly around about 7 PM UK time. It's currently 5 PM, so 2 hours. If not, I will be back tomorrow bright and early around about 10 AM, 11 AM, depending on how early I get up. And I usually stream through until around about this time. Like I said, today I've been a bit busy, so the streams have been a bit shorter. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you again in a bit. Peace.